I feel like I'm getting back into my slump and I got all of the feels. I don't think I've ever wanted to fight a character so much. Hello, welcome to Rusal Reads. I'm Deja, and today we are back with another reading vlog. Since I closed out the last reading vlog, I have not really read anything. I am on a tight deadline because somehow we are almost at the end of July, and I have a lot of things that I need to do. I actually commissioned a cover artist for my upcoming sci-fi romance, and I realized that maybe I was a little bit premature on doing that because the fifth draft is not even done yet. So I need to get on that. So I've been trying to write as many words as I can to meet my word count goal for the month of July. I'm expecting to finish this book by the end of August, and I am almost there. Honestly, this book isn't going to be more than 400 pages, and so the word count goal that I have for each month, like it fits for like one act of the novel, and I outline and everything in like four acts. And so I have about 15,000 words more to write, and we are already at July 20th. So I have about like 10 days to get that, which should be doable, but we will see how that goes. All of that to say, I don't know how much reading is actually going to be in this video, but I do still plan to read. So, what am I currently reading? When we left off on the last video, I was still in the middle of two books, and that is Birth of a Dynasty by Chinaza Bado, I believe that's the author. This should be a book that's coming out or will be out by the time you see this video. I haven't read much more of it since I last updated you guys on this, but there was something that like happened that was very interesting. Like I really am like curious with like the whole like magic system in this because there actually is like magic in this. And that first scene with it was very interesting. And I also think that this book is delivering on like the family drama politics that I was looking forward to in this one, because when I tell you these people are crazy, I'm just like, wait a minute. Like, you did what to who? You did that to your daughter? You did that to your son? I just, what? I will say, like, the family, like, political things happening is interesting. Like, yeah, I think that's the most, like, captivating thing to me so far. I will say that it still feels like a lot of setup. Like, I am having, like, a good time, like, reading all of it, and it doesn't feel like the story's, like, super slow, but it just feels like we're just setting up for something, and I'm not sure if we're going to get that payoff for the setup in this book or in the next book, because at this point, I think I'm, like, 20 something percent in, and I'm not exactly sure what we are about to do. So yeah, still having a good time with this one, but yeah, just keeping that in the back of my mind, just wondering where is the story going to go. I am also still reading the historical romance, The Duke's Defiant Cinderella, and I just read their first kiss, and I got all of the feels and all of like little giggly like things, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is why I like historical romance. And I was just like, of course, the guy that doesn't really want to be anything with this woman, of course he starts to get the feels. And I'm just like, I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. And oh my gosh, I love it so much so far. And I was actually looking at this author's backlog and I was like, they actually have quite a few books. Some of them I don't think that I would actually check out just because of reasons, but there are quite a few that they have that I'm very interested in. So this might actually be a new favorite historical romance author, which I'm very excited about because there's definitely not a lot of black authors in this space. I'm very curious what the ending is going to bring, but I'm very hooked. I'm very much liking the dynamic between the characters and just like the little banter that they have and just the whole setup, and I'm having a good time. So my reading is going well so far. I do need to start Favorite Star because that is a buddy read, and we were supposed to be doing this in July, and it's already almost the end of July. So yeah, I need to hop on that. But I figured I would come on here and start this reading vlog just because if I don't do it now while I'm already set up to be filming, I probably won't do it for another week. And so here we are. But for now, I might put on an audiobook because I actually have been more in the mood for audiobooks now. So might put on an audiobook while I do all of my little prep and stuff for the day. It's a gloomy day, so I kind of want to take it like very easy. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get this video started.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh.
Hello. It has been a while since I last updated, and technically, this video is supposed to come out in a few days. I decided that I'm not going to upload it when it's supposed to be uploaded. I'm just going to give myself extra time to complete this vlog because I have been starting pretty much everything and not finishing anything. So, quite a few reading updates. In addition to that, I feel like I'm getting back into my slump, which is crazy to me because I feel like I just got out of it and now like I'm feeling so tired that like I don't want to do anything. Like I don't want to pick up a book. I don't even really want to watch TV. I don't really want to go anywhere. I'm just in a slump. And I'm just like, why? I mean, I understand why work is picking up and the world is the world right now, and I just it's just really tiring to just not want to read, I guess. Like I don't know. And it's not even like the books that I'm reading are bad. Like I'm actually really enjoying pretty much everything that I'm picking up. Almost. There's one book that I'm just yeah, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But for the most part, I am really enjoying the books that I'm reading. It's just getting the inclination to pick them up has been hard. And usually I'm one that's like, I want to read a book like to wind down and stuff, but I don't even feel like doing that. Like, I just don't feel like reading. Don't really feel like watching TV. I don't feel like doing anything. And so it's leaving me in this very weird space. And I feel like part of it is that I was kind of spiraling the last few weeks. Like I was just focused on something like very specific and I couldn't figure out the answer and I still don't have an answer. And maybe that is what's making me just feel fatigued with everything. Like it's just hard trying to figure out this one thing and trying to reach out to people that could potentially give me like the answers, but then they are also giving me like circling answers or not really direct answers and it's just like yeah, a lot of overwhelming things happening that really aren't like a super big deal, but also are a big deal. So like, yeah, it was just like a lot of that happening. And I know I'm trying to be like vague, but like I just a lot of like life personal things have just been taking me out of reading. And I wanted to be a little bit open about that just because I said I was out of a reading slump and now it feels like I'm just in a life slump now. So, not sure how it's going to impact my reading. I mean, like I said, I have started a lot of things. I'm in the middle of 5 different books right now at different like stages. But my partner, he's the calm one out of the both of us. So he treated me to a massage, flowers, and I didn't show it on the camera, but I got a bundt cake, which is like one of my favorite little treats that I don't like buy often, but more so to like celebrate just little things. So he was able to do that for me, which was very nice. And I do feel relaxed a little bit more, but I'm still feeling in that slump. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to finish anything in this vlog, even though I'm enjoying everything. But just wanted to do that quick update before I go into what I'm currently reading. So the first one is the Duke's Defiant Cinderella. I have talked about this one and I'm about 49% into it. I think that's what Storygraph said, and I'm still really enjoying it. Like, I don't have a problem with it. I think that their dynamic is still very interesting to me. Them not really like admitting that they have feelings for each other, not really trusting that the other person is going to have feelings for them, and just because it's like this arrangement and stuff. So I'm still really enjoying the dynamic, and it's interesting exploring the French court a little bit. So yeah, I'm having a good time with this. And then I have Birth of a Dynasty, which is another one that I was already continuing. This one is a epic fantasy by an author that hasn't written epic fantasy before, at least not publicly published anything. But this one, I'm also around 40 something percent into it. And I've said before in vlogs that like this just feels like a lot of setup, and I still feel that way. I'm having trouble figuring out like what the plot is. Like, I'm enjoying being in the world and following these characters, but I'm not sure what the plot is. Like, I think it's literally just like building up until like they overtake the people that have murdered this guy's family in the first chapter. But again, like, I just feel like we are in like the first act of a story, and I'm 40 something percent into this. So it's interesting. I feel like the world is cool. There was like this like magic scene that happened. Like, they did something to one of the characters that was like intriguing. Not like too much detail about what it was, but like it did make me intrigued with like what else is in this world and what this like ritual that they did towards this character, what it will help them do. I'm fascinated by this story. I'm just struggling with figuring out what the story actually is. So, yeah, I'm still planning to continue this one. I also started Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes when I went to the gym earlier. It is something else. Like, I knew that there was kind of this like ghost ship thing happening, and I was fascinated with like the horror vibes and like what happens to this entire crew of people. But let me tell you, this main character is something else. I do not really like her. And I feel like it's because knowing that everyone on her ship is dead except for her, hearing her thought processes and everything, I'm just like, you seriously risked everyone's life because you did not want to go back to Earth and not have this boring job that you didn't want. And this is the captain. I don't think I've ever wanted to fight a character so much. And I think I'm only like 10, 11% into this. I'm just like, the rest of the book is with your point of view. Like, I'm curious about what happens, but like, gosh, this character, I'm just like, multiple people are telling you don't do this, and because you are being selfish, you want to go check out the ghost ship. I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around the inclination to go to a ghost ship that's sending a distress signal. Like, once they actually see the dead bodies, I'm just like, maybe that's just like the black person in me being cautious or something, but like, I I'm having a hard time with this character and their decisions because of this. And yeah, I think that's all I will say about that, because a lot of people like this book, and I'm just waiting for the moment that I'm like hooked. But since I'm such a character driven reader, I'm just annoyed with the character. So yeah, we'll see how far I get into this one. I have also started an anthology. I started the Magic and Melanin anthology. I just read the first short story and it was okay. It was by El Penelope. I gave it around like three and a half stars, and that's typical of what I give an El Penelope book. Like, I don't think she's a bad writer or anything. Um, but this is just a Cinderella retelling, basically, gender bent. And retellings have never really worked for me. I'm never super impressed by them. I guess Cinder I liked, but even then, like, it's a Cinderella retelling. It's a short story. It didn't really leave a lasting impression on me. So it was fine. I'm curious about the other stories, but yeah, it was fine. So I think I have about 10 or 11 more stories to go through for that one, but yeah, it was fine. And then the last one is Fever Star. I am finally getting to this. I know by the time you're seeing this, it is actually August, but I told myself that I wasn't going to let another month go by before starting this buddy read with a person I'm trying to buddy read with. And so it is the end of July, and I am going to at least start it. And so I did. And I literally only read like the prologue or something. And we're introduced to a new character, which is interesting. I'm fascinated to see like how he connects to everything. And I remember the major details of the first book, Black Sun. But this second book, I'm interested to see how everything connects. I'm going to be curious what I think of it as I keep like reading it, because I know that this isn't the book that a lot of people enjoy in this series, and this is following a character that I could not stand in the first book. So, yeah, it'll be interesting, but so far I'm not hating it, and I'm intrigued to see where the story is going to go. But that is my reading update. As you can see, I have started 3 more books in addition to the 2 that I was already reading. But since I am extending this vlog a little bit, I am thinking that I am going to attempt to finish Birth of a Dynasty and the historical romance, The Duke's Defiant Cinderella. So that's like the main goal, but we'll see about like the other ones, because maybe they'll pull me out of this like slump that I'm feeling, and I don't know. I need something to pull me out, and maybe one of these books will do that. In addition to that, I'm thinking I will create a TBR for next month. I created one for July, and as I was looking at it, I realized I didn't really pick up anything on that TBR. And so I'm very behind on arcs, and I really want to pick up those. I also have books from the library, so I just need to reset, because I feel like I'm just a little bit out of control because I was spiraling. In addition to that, I did not make my writing goal for the month of July, and I'm not trying to pressure myself to do that, because, like I said, I was feeling very burned out, and I'm just trying to take it slow. Like, I don't want to put unnecessary stress on myself. I keep creating these like publishing timelines for myself, but like not meeting them. So I'm just going to reset myself. I need to clean my space. I need to create the TBR, like I said. I need to update my TBR list that is like digital and everything, and just like figure out like where I am in terms of those numbers. I'm still stuck around the 33% score on NetGalley, which is driving me crazy. But as soon as I review something, I always get something else. So, yeah, gosh, this fall I have a lot of arcs, and so I really, 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 really need to catch up on those. So, yeah, a lot of things that I need to do, but just wanted to finally update this vlog because I haven't done that yet after weeks of not doing that. So let's go ahead and get into this kind of reset part of this vlog. Okay, I just finished filming a video that you will see before this video, but I did want to come on here and close out this vlog. I thought that I would extend this video because I would finish a few things, but I have not been reading as much as I wanted to, so I am just going to close out the vlog here. So, last reading update. I'm still reading The Duke's Defiant Cinderella. I haven't read much from it since I last talked about it. I'm in the middle of a chapter and yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I just am not really picking it up, which is the problem. I'm having a problem just picking up books right now. So, there's that. I am also still in the middle of Birth of a Dynasty, which I am enjoying. Like I said, I do still feel like it's more of like setup. I'm surprised that most of what I've read so far, like both of the characters that we're supposed to be following, like they're still kids. Like, it doesn't read like a YA, so I won't say that it's like YA, but like it is definitely following them when they're kids. So I feel like they're still being set up on like where this journey of taking back like the kingdom and fighting this like power is going to happen. But since I'm so far into the book, I don't know if we're actually going to get that in this book. I feel like we might actually get that in the next book, and I'm not sure how many books this series is going to be. And I'm actually curious to know like how we're gonna wrap up this series because things have been happening. Like I said, it's more of like a slow build up to like the politics and like setting up everything like that happening. And I think I'm so engaged because I really do like the characters. So I think that people that like the characters of this series will probably really enjoy this, but if you need more like external plot things happening, I don't know if you'll necessarily like this because it's more the slow moving of the politics and the characters learning lessons and stuff and being put into place of where they will probably do more actions in the next book. So, yeah, it's an interesting fantasy. It is almost what I expected, but also not what I expected. I have not read more of Fever Star. I have not read more of Dead Silence. Um, and I feel like there was like something else that I started, but I can't even remember what that was. But I know that I did start another book, and that is this book that I will put on the screen because I can't even remember the title of it. I was in the mood for, I guess, a contemporary romance last night, so I decided, oh, let me like pick up this one that's less than 100 pages. And I saw this author on Threads because I was looking for more closed door black romances, and this author is one that was recommended to me by the author themselves, but also by a few people that I have started following since I've been looking for more closed door black romances. But this one is following a Nigerian woman who is basically the CEO of this Nigerian fashion brand while her father is recovering from having a stroke. And so far, I feel like we've just been like setting up the stakes of like why she needs to get married and saying like more background information on like her family, which is not what I was looking for. And this is only 6 chapters, but I am on chapter 3. So, yeah, I am curious what the romance is going to be like, considering this is supposed to be a romance and we haven't even had the characters meet each other yet. So, yeah, we'll see. But I feel like that's all the reading wrap up that I have. I didn't get much reading done in this vlog, but I did do a lot of self care, which I'm happy about because I definitely needed it. And we did do a reset. I won't go into the numbers here just because, one, I don't think many people are interested in the numbers, but if you are, I will happily tell you what they are. But also, I didn't really finish much in July, so I feel like there's not really much to really talk about. I really appreciate everyone for watching. And if you just want to leave a comment to let me know that you are here, you can leave whatever emoji I put on the screen. But yeah, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next vlog. Bye.